up, y'all? Happy Thursday. It's your boy Sans Cookie Man. Just getting lit, going live real quick. Wanted to do a little bit of holiday first mail that's come in since the Christmas holiday. So, gonna do a quick unboxing video and figured I might as well do it live. Really quickly, I want to give a shout out to my man Geeky Dad and Soul Twice. They're going to go live tonight. It's going to be a Geeky Soul event. Make sure you're checking out Geeky Dad's YouTube. That's Geeky Dad. Shout out Geeky Soul event going down tonight. Should be a hilarious, fun, packed auction. You know, the Cookie Man might pop up here or there. So check them out. If you're not sub to Geeky Dad, go ahead and sub them up. Open up a window right now, sub them up, and let them know the Cookie Man sent you. Drop a little comment. Check them out. All right, y'all. I won't keep you too long, man. First of all, again, got this dope Vegito, or is it Gogeta? Somebody tell me, is it Gogeta or Vegito? Got it from the missus, man. That right there is fire. It's called Disc Plate. Disc Plate. Just a badass rendition of my man with the blue aura. Super Saiyan God Blue right there going down for my man Goku fused with Vegeta. They got the Pataras on. Some fire. So I wanted to do this. I don't do too many unboxings unless I got something fun. But this, I got a couple packages, only two today. We're gonna dive into these. But I got one from everyone's favorite, Mr. Pedal and Pete. So y'all know I had to do the unboxing. If you don't know Pedal and Pete, man, check him out. He's not for everybody. You gotta have the stomach. Gotta have the stomach to deal with Peddling Pete, man. What's going on, my man? Patrick Seacrest Kelly in the building. Tracking your package just went out. Salute, man. If you guys haven't seen my post, man, the mail was like this. So all of those people who were like, wait till after Christmas to ship. You guys all went out today. So congrats. Your fresh baked goodies should start arriving Saturday. Some may not get there till Tuesday due to the holiday, but they're on the way. What's up, Nate Saint? My man King Nate is in the building. Hey, so as I was saying, check out Peddling Pete's auction. So Pete was on YouTube for several months, and then he went away, went to Whatnot. And I can only tell the shenanigans that he does over on Whatnot, but I'm sure, because I don't really go there too often, but I'm sure if you guys have heard about what he's done on YouTube, you know his legend already. So so long story short, what's going on, Wolverado? Shout out, my brother. Long story short, my wife is sitting in the living room. I got Peddling Pete on, and I type in, hey, what's going on? And the first thing he says is, oh, here comes that fucking cookie gangster, the gangster of Dumfries. Like, just craziness, right? It's like all kinds of craziness. My wife is dying, laughing, hysterical. She was, because he starts talking about the main streets of New York. He's from New York, but he's now in Virginia. He's the gangster out here. I'm like, what is this man talking about? And she can't stop laughing. Me and Biggie, shout out to Biggie's New York Warriors. He was on there as well, and he was cracking up. But me and Biggie's was just battling back and forth, grabbing some goodies. But Pete has some good stuff, man. So if you have the stomach to tolerate his type of personality, his craziness, and the stuff that he might do to a book, which we know we take books sacred, man. But it's his show, his books. Let the man do what he does with his product, right? But, and I'll say this, if you watch that last episode he did, X-Men 12 or 13, X-Men 13, 1967 or 1963, one of the classic silver first 13 issues of X-Men. My man had a CBCS 2.530, and he was asking, I think he started off asking about 200, got down to about asking for 150. It was close to the end of the night. He was asking for 150. Now, when I say everything went sideways really fast, Drake's song 0 to 100 real fast. That's what happened. So a guy came in, he was like, "Oh, you didn't put up any X-Men." He was like, "Hey guy, I put up X-Men all night. Where you been?" He was like, "Oh, I must have stepped away." He was like, "Yeah, no, I think you were here. You just pulling my leg." So he's like, he grabs the slab, he puts up the slab again, and he goes, here's the X-Men. 150. You want it right now? 150. Give me 150 for the slab. Or get out of here. Like he'll berate you. He'll start calling you all queer giraffes if you don't buy anything. If you gotta have a stomach to watch his show, right? So it goes on. The guy, he holds it up for a minute. The guy says, "Nah, I don't want it." Right. So Pete, he says, "All right, I knew he wasn't gonna take it. I knew he wasn't gonna take it." So he takes it. He said, "You know what? I'm done with this book." Flings it across the room, tells his assistant, "Hey, go get me that book. Bring it back." He starts smashing it on the floor, takes it out the inner well pops out, cracks it open, cuts the inner well, takes the X-Men 13, yo. This book probably could have been cleaned and pressed, maybe got up to like a 4.0. Throws it aside. So that is the type of night that it was. All I'll say is he'll be on a night where I'm like packing books, or if I'm looking for some good inventory, he is on there and he'll mess with us, right? He knows a lot of us have our own shows and we sell our own books and products. So he's like, "You guys are trying to take advantage of me." He is, and listen, you gotta have a stomach to deal with him, because if you ask for a deal, he might tell you to go F yourself. He was like, "No, Cookie Man, you're trying to rate me for my product here, Cookie Man." And I'm like, "Pete, I've been to your shop 2 or 3 times. I've met you in person." It's his personality. He's a crazy dude, man. So all that to say, I got some goodies from Pete that I'm gonna open up, and I wanted to share with with my people. So that is in play. And then I'm always hunting, looking for goodies to add to the collection, or products that I can put forth to my people. So there's a lot of different sites. I don't really mess with Macari. I don't really do Whatnot too much, but I do oftentimes look up let go, or no, offer up. So I saw some books on OfferUp. Was able to make a deal with a seller. We had quite a few lots up, and that's the thing, man. It's always about making deals, man. Right now, people are moving products. Things are at a great price. You can get a lot of good keys, and you can still make a deal and also make money off of products. So, not trying to give you my secrets, but they're really not secrets. People are looking for, if you really, right now, it's about opportunity. If you got some liquid and you can purchase a collection, or you got liquid and you can negotiate, it's product to be had and money to be made. So that's all I'll say there. But yeah, shout out, what's going on, my man? Who that? My man Agu Rhythm in the building, Soul Twice in the building. Like I said, man, check out Geeky Soul. It's a Geeky Soul event. If you're not subbed up to my man Geeky Dad, check him out. So this first one I'm gonna open up comes from OfferUp. Like I said, just digging around, seeing what they had out there. Came in a mill. Let's see. So it's not in any kind of no Gemini and nothing. So sometimes you get what you ask for, right? You start working out deals, and I only bought 6 books from the guy, but he said he was going to throw some extras in. So I guess the extras turned out to be the Gemini, y'all. So that's how the books came through. Again, these are from OfferUp, so we'll put the extras to the side to see what they ended up being. Nothing I truly want or need in my collection. So We shall see. What do you do? Double bag and board these? Man. All right, so I got to cipher through what my man did here. So some are in the front, some are in the back. All right, let's see what we got first. So we got a beautiful copy of Marvel's Greatest Comics, starring the Fantastic Four. So these are some of those Bronze Age reprints that came through. So what up, Kenneth Berg? Good to see you, my friend. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you guys coming through. Nate's Comics. Yo, Nate, I hope you don't mind me sharing, but Nate said he had to block him as well. So so I haven't blocked Pete, but I'm going to give you some more. So this might turn into the Peddling Pete hour breakdown. So Pete hits me up. He says, "You know this guy?" And I'm like, "Who, Nate? Oh, yeah. That's Nate Comic Planet. Great dude." He was like, "Well, I haven't heard from him." And I'm like, "Well, have you reached out? What's going on?" He was like, "This guy is ducking me. Nate Comics Planet. He's not on the level. What's going on with him, Cookie Man? Can you get it?" I'm like, listen, I said, Nate has been a customer of mine and who I consider a good businessman, a good friend. He's been on my show. I said, I know Nate well. I said, Nate, if Nate buys something, he's going to pay. Something must have happened. And I said, guess what? I said, tell me how much it is. And if I can't get in contact with Nate, I'll probably pay his bill because I know what he stands for, right? So he's like, "Oh, you're a stand-up guy, Cookie Man, but that Nate, I won't do business with him anymore." I'm like, this isn't like Nate. So turns out, there you go. Nate said he was in urgent care. And that's part of the thing, man. We got to have compassion. We got to have some patience. Sometimes you don't hear from people for a couple days, and it's not the end of the world. You could do one or two things. You can resell their product because, one, you haven't shipped them anything if they haven't paid you, or two, you can hold it and give them a set deadline. But it was so funny because entirely too much was going on. He was like, "Oh man, this guy Nate, he's never coming back on the show. He's over the top ropes." I was like, "Oh God." I was like, "This is gonna be entertaining." But Nate, I'm glad you're feeling okay, man. Glad you're back. Yeah, he was definitely in a special mood that day. He was like, and what happened was he was threatening to do a video to call Nate out. And I don't know if you guys saw that he had done a video to call Edwin Price out. Like Edwin Price, one of the pillars of the community, a guy that's always buying from different shows. Edwin had bought some product, and Edwin had asked, "Hey, I don't think my numbers are right. Can you show me the numbers, the invoice, blah blah blah." Next thing you know, he's like, "I'm doing a live and I'm going to break it down to show you you're wrong, blah, blah, blah." So he goes on for like 30 minutes and basically says, "Here are all the books you bought, Ed, and here's how much it cost. And this is what." So instead of sending Ed an invoice and kind of going through it, he goes on live and basically tries to embarrass the guy. Not that anyone should feel embarrassed, or because you should feel comfortable asking for an understanding of what you purchased, because these nights, sometimes he's on for 5-6 hours. You're claiming. It's more of a claim sell show than an auction where everything is up. Because his auctions, he might have a book on auction for like 10-15 minutes. And his claims are going. So you're claiming. So I've had nights where I've run up a huge bill and I'm like, I'm trying to track it down exactly what I bought. And then when I get the invoice, it's like maybe $50 or $100 more. And I'm like, what else did I buy? So I can understand why Ed may have asked for the invoice, but that's what happened to him, man. So it kind of turned into one of those things where he ended up putting him on blast. And I wanted to make sure that didn't happen to my man Nate. So I said, look, if I don't hear from Nate, I will end up paying. But when I contacted him back, he said he heard from him and that everything was taken care of. So Nate, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. That's some crazy stuff. But so first book from Offer Up, we got some classic Marvel goodness. On the back of it is some Youngblood strike file, so that's some freebie. Next book up, we got some Fantastic Four 139. Some goodness right there.
Yes.
This one has some Miracle Man. So this is, and on the back of this, I don't even know what this is on the back. Jay Lee, though. It's from Jay Lee. I can't even read that. Next book up, we got some Silver Surfer 12. Silver Surfer 12. And again, these are all probably in the 3540 range. So I'm just grabbing these right here.
I can't find it.
There we go. And on the back of that, we got Blood Strike. What do you say? Nate said, as a seller, it gets crazy sometimes. You should never feel a type of way about someone asking for verification. he said, no offense to that, but that story is more interesting than the other books. I gotta agree, man. I gotta agree. I just wanted to show off some. I'll do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the cookie shop breakdown of Peddling Pete's. I'm gonna do different episodes, and I'm gonna break down Peddling Pete's. Antics, man. I gotta do it, man. You ever watch? You ever watch some of those shows where they kind of break down? They give you a breakdown of the the movie and talk. I'm gonna do that for Pete's Auctions, y'all. That's gonna be a 2023 project. You heard it here first on the Cookie Shop. Peddling Pete is a good friend of mine. I go to visit him all the time down in Virginia, further south, and I pick up stuff from him. So it's going to be entertaining, y'all, to say the least, but we're going to have some laughs. So we got some FF92. I love this cover with Ben Grimm as the killer right there. So that is there. And on the back of that, we got some Eve prototype. Then we got some FF68 right there. FF68. What's up, Manny the Hobgoblin? Say Saw, Del Auto Collector. So we got FF68 in there. And the Mission Destroy the Fantastic Four. So, you know what? Shout out to Who Dat has been praised, talking about Fantastic Four probably for the last 2 years. And it's one of those things where you need to be, kind of ahead of the curve. And Who Dat is one of those people that's always kind of ahead of the curve. I've learned a lot from him since getting back into comics, man. His thing is, man, invest early. That way, when it's time when you want to sell some books, you don't have to sell at the top of the market because you got in at a good price. So you're able to offer good prices to people, man. So, he's been on Fantastic Four, and the last one I got is this Marvel's Greatest Comics right there. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with what's on the back of these, but I don't know what that is. But this is some Green Hornet right here. We got some Green Hornet collectors out here, y'all. Liz said I didn't get a DM. So the rest of the books that was up in here, we had some Stormwatch, more Stormwatch, Lone Wolf Club. Looks like more Lone Wolf Club and Green Lantern Collectors Corp, Brigade, and Trials of Shazam. So we had a few books in there, man, but really I just grabbed it because it was a solid deal on some beautiful silver pieces. All right, so let me crack into this really quickly. My man, Immortal Biggie Shaq is in the house. So again, Peddling Pete, y'all. Yes, you know, I might invite a couple people to break it down with me, uh, to do an analysis of his auctions with me. So be on the lookout, or if you're interested in hopping on the Peddling Pete breakdowns, let me know. But you heard it here first, people. All right, so this is the box I got from the man himself. Norin Rad in the building, y'all. Norin Rad in the building. Y'all know what it is. So again, I got stories for days on Peddling Pete, man. That guy is just hilarious. All right, y'all. So let's take a look at what we got. First of all, comes with a Christmas card, y'all. Peace everywhere for everyone, always. As I try to tell y'all, man, the guy is a good guy, man. I've met him in person. I've shook his hand. I met Susan in person. They're great people. It's almost like it's a different persona, but some of that is him. He's a fireball, man. But he's a good guy. Look at that. Great Christmas card included in there for the Cookie Man. Right there. And let me go ahead and open that up. Yeah, might just have to do that, man. That is one of the funniest things ever. So the card is there. Oh man, look at that. Merry Christmas 2022. It is a blue note. I think they call these the silver certificates. Happy hopeful holidays to you, Pete and Susan. So, as I said, for all the shenanigans that man will put you through, good guy. He'll call you all kinds of names on his show, but he'll send you something fun. And when you meet him in person, him, his dog, Susan, they're all pretty damn cool. But yep, a U.S. silver note right there. So just a heads up, man. Like, I really want to do that show so you guys can see what kind of shenanigans happens, because I think it's a lot of miseducation, but it's also some hilarity going on. So first book I picked up from Peddling Pete's last auction. Ooh, Dragon Ball Z #1. So he pulled out, must have been about 10 of these, 9 or 10 of these. He was asking 100 a piece. I was like, I need a deal. He wouldn't do that deal. People were buying them up, snapping them up. So I almost missed out, but stuck around, and I got a nice deal, y'all. Got a nice deal. So got some Dragon Ball Z first print. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, another #1 first print. I have not seen Avatar 2, man. Have not seen Avatar 2. Let me see. Norman said like him tearing apart 1K book because no one would bid. Yeah, listen, I talked about it earlier, Norman. He tore apart. Yeah, New York Warriors was dead. When we were battling for some of this stuff. He started. I told a story, Biggie. I was like, I first signed on, and I'm like, hey, what's up? He was like, oh, there's the gangster of New York, the Cookie Man. He'll cut you down there and dump. I'm like, oh my god. So he's a character, man. Pete is definitely classic. But Biggie was scooping these up, man. I was like, come on, man, don't take them all. So luckily, I was able to get a great deal. Manny came in later. Shout out to New York Warriors. Manny came in later, and Pete had 3 of these left. And so Manny came in later and was like, how much are the DBZs? And I was like, man, Pete, I'm gonna need those DBZs, man. So we'll have some of these up for on the cookie shop soon. Some of those goodies. There you go, my man. New York Warrior knows, and everything I was trying to get, my man Biggie was snagging for me, man. Let's see. So what else did I pick up from Peddling Pete? I got some Doctor Strange number 20. Doctor Strange number 20. Turn that down a little for me. I got some Marvel superheroes, Hulk and Submariner. Marvel superheroes, Hulk and Submariner. What's up, Someday? What's going on? Yeah, now you're going to sell me one of the D. I got you, who that? So I've been listening. I've been watching a lot of New York Warriors, and I see my man Biggie's always grabbing kind of them silver, old classic like World Finest and Batman detectives. So I've been trying to get on these. JT, turn that down some for me. So we got some World's Finest right here. This is number 112. Number 112. Yeah, I wanna read them, but I feel like the DC vibe is about to hit. Picked up some Contest of Champions number 1. So you know a hip hop cover shows up. I'm gonna grab me some Liquid Swords type goodness right there. So we got those goodies. More Fantastic Four, y'all. I'm starting to scoop them. So we got Fantastic Four 247. Beautiful Doom cover. Doom cover right there. Next up. Come on, you can't be mad at a Galactus cover, y'all. So we got that 210. More Fantastic Four right there, 210. The colors on this book right here, man, that is just as soon as I saw it, it was and the prices was right. Can't be mad at that. And the last thing, just a little throw in. Pete threw in some, he knows my son loves some Teen Titans, so threw in some Teen Titans there for me as a little throw in. So just to recap, man, we got the breakdown of Peddling Pete's auctions coming to you, but we got some goodies from Pete's last auction, y'all. Some Dragon Ball Z number 1s, first prints, y'all. Man, any of these hit 9.8. That's about $1,000, man. Me and Biggie invested. Hey, can you turn that down a little for me? Jay, look, my son does this, right? He comes from the living room, sits right next to me, and then starts playing something loud and talking because he wants to be right there, just in the business. Marvel's like the sneaker game, too hype, y'all. Yeah, man. So we got some goodies from Peddling Pete, y'all, and we'll be doing some more unboxings, man. I just want to get some different things going on the channel, man. You know, I'm known for the auctions, known for wine and cheese, but we're gonna do some fun stuff, man. And again, Fantastic Four and get your classic DCs, y'all. So with that in mind, I do want to again thank everybody for coming through. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing. Shout out to Geeky Dad and Soul Twice. They have an auction tonight. It's called Geeky Soul. It's their first auction tonight, man. And if you haven't seen Soul Twice, let me tell you the story, right? So Soul Twice did a Miles Morales cover, right? And he was sketching it. And I was like, Soul, no, don't go. I want to keep it right there. Cause you know, Soul does those sketches and then he'll outline, and the outline was in black and white. And I was like, yo, you need to do that. But he had already started like doing the color. So he sold it on my show. It was a dope book. But I was like, yo, I want the joint I want the joint with without the color. I want the sketch. I was like, I like the sketch. So let me pull that up for you. So Soul was like, well, bet buy a blank, which he ended up doing a raffle, a pick'em, and Spider-Man Miles Morales was one of the blanks that came up. So I ended up buying a blank from him, and we started talking about what it's gonna look like. So he already knew I wanted it just in sketch format. I did not want it like colored in or anything of that nature. So he was like, all right, Sans, I got you. We're gonna do it a certain way. Right. So I was like, all right, let's do it this way. And we're gonna get to it, right? So let me share my screen so you guys can see the progress, right? So if you haven't seen it, it was always how did I come up with Sans Group? I'll let you know, man. Um, so with regards to how this happened, though, Soul was like, "I'm gonna get it to this point, and then let me know where it's at." Oh, no problem, Jay. So really quickly, Sans Group, um, my frat. So if you guys don't know about Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, yo, shout out to all my bros out there. Um, when you pledge, it's called crossing the burning sands, right? So you cross the burning sands. If you know anything about that, you join the fraternity. That's what you do. So at one point, I was doing a lot of party promotions when I used to live in New York, and I was doing it with. I was gonna form this company with a couple of my frat brothers. It was called Sans Group LLC, right? Sans with the Z. Long story short, one guy ended up moving out to the West Coast. Another guy had to back out, so we didn't move forward with the business plan. But I kept the email. I kept all that stuff, and when I started getting back into comics, I wanted something to portray it, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use this. So Sans, that's where it came from. Sans, right there. Yeah, that's the Gogeta, or is it Gogeta or is it Vegito? Somebody tell me, is that Gogeta or Vegito? I can't tell the difference right now, but I think if they fuse with the Patera, I think it might be Vegito. So let me know. But yeah, so that's how the Sans came about. And then the Cookie Man, if you guys know, fresh baked cookies, when I started doing auctions, I would always be baking because where I'm set up right here is right next to the kitchen. Yeah, it's Vegito. There it is. I thought it was Vegito. Um, where I'm set up right now, my wife would always be like, "Oh, go bake some cookies while you down there." So during the auctions, you had a beep, and people would be like, and I started saying, "Those are my fresh baked cookies, like my comics, fresh baked cookies." So that's Sans, the Cookie Man. That's how you get those two together, y'all. So that's the origin of it. So, and as you can see, I'm rocking it, the original Cookie Crew. There you go. So that's how the origin came about there, right? So, really quick before we wrap up, I just want to share the the work that my man Soul Twice did. So, if you guys didn't see, so right here, Soul Twice started doing this, and let me this is where he began the process. He did the sketch, the outline, all of it looked dope. And then he came to me, he was like, all right, we're here. What you want to do? I was like, keep it black and white. So then he did this. And I was like, yo, that's fire. I want it. I want it. He was like, yo, yeah. And me and him was chopping it up. He was like, yeah, man, this is a great design you thought of. And I was like, man, but you put the execution on it, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, but what would happen if we blacked out the background and just made it all black? Because I kind of wanted to see that kind of silhouette pop. And he was like, I don't know, but let's do it. blah blah blah. So he was already en route, and there it goes, y'all. It came out amazing. I was like, what's up? So with that in mind, that is the Soul Twice official farewell. So have a good one, babe. Be safe. All right. So if you guys don't know, that's what it ended up looking like. And I gotta say, hands down, this is some of the finest work my man Soul has put together for me. I've seen him do some amazing work for me already, but this is probably one of my favorite pieces, along with the Batman Who Laughs. So, yeah, man, if y'all didn't see this, man, and what I'll say is go to Soul Twice, commission them, and tell them the Cookie Man sent you. You'll get a discount, but y'all got to get in now before he gets booked up. He's got a nice short box of blanks right now, and he's going through them. But he also has some free time, so get in there now, y'all. So between that one and this one, these are two of my favorite pieces, y'all. Two of my favorite pieces. So that is the video today. I just wanted to spend some time chopping it up. We'll do some more of this type of unboxing story time. The Peddling Pete is coming, man. If you guys if you guys don't know, the Peddling Pete stories are coming, man. It's almost gonna be like, y'all know how Chappelle had this is what we're about to do, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story today. Sorry, Nate Comic Planet, you had to go through it. Shout out to everybody who hung out tonight, man. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys go check out my man Geeky Dad and Soul Twice tonight. I should be able to pop on and hang out for a little while as well. Other than that, y'all know what my man was at.
In line is fucking over for you. Get your ass off my screen.
Salute, y'all. Take it easy.